the very 25th hour of Adventurers Wanted Rebellion. Thank you very much. My name is Leo. I'll be your game master for this morning. And we'll get to what that means in a minute. This is a relaxed performance, which means we have a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of those who would struggle to stay silent or still for a whole hour. The lights are going to stay exactly like this, and there should be no sudden noises, should there, Chaz?
No, absolutely not.
Although there may be some underlying mood music from time to time. We're also joined by our wonderful BSL interpreter for this first hour, Tommy. Thank you very much, Tommy. Somehow manages to live interpret improvised fantasy, which I have no idea how he does it, but he's amazing. And if you do need anything, Naomi, just behind you there, is our stage manager. Do catch her attention, and we'll try and help you as best we can. So, this is a tabletop role-playing game. What does that mean? It means the four people on my left and right here control individual, unique characters in a fantasy setting. And as the game master, I control the rest of the fantasy setting. I control the weather, the woodland creatures that they've been talking to for some reason, the antagonists, and to try and keep things kind of fair, we interact with each other using dice, the most common one used being a D20 or a 20-sided die, 20 being good or excellent, 1 being hilariously failing. I don't think there's anything else. So the story so far, the players have just led a very successful rebellion against a cult that has been enslaving them for the last 5 years. They saw their chance and they overthrew them, and they've just united the local region and marched on the capital city, driving the cult out of the city, and we pick up in the dust and aftermath of the morning after the battle before. Before we get straight into that wonderful, juicy politics, let's meet our players. Let's meet our players and their characters, starting with yourself on my right. Please introduce yourself, your pronouns, your character's pronouns, and give us a little bit about them.
Okay. Hi, I'm Chloe. I use she, her pronouns. And I'm playing Flair, who is a fire genasi bard. So basically kind of magic and music, and her skin's red and she has flames instead of hair. And this is my hourly disclaimer, that Flair speaks with an accent. It's a fantasy New Zealand accent. So won't always be exactly like the real world one, but that's a completely conscious and deliberate decision every single time. So that's Flair.
Oh, yeah, hi. I'm Chaz, him, his pronouns, and I'm playing Kid Matt John, who also uses he, him pronouns. He is a Furbolg paladin. What does that mean? That basically means he is a 7-foot-tall, blue-skinned cow man. That's the best way to describe it. He's got big ears, just a big flat cow nose, and he speaks with a fantasy Minnesotan accent. So, you know, he's just trying to get through the day as best he can. But his friendly demeanor hides an insatiable bloodlust.
Very true.
Hello, I'm Ian. I use his, him pronouns. I'm playing the character of Worf the Dwarf, who speaks with a Yorkshire accent like this, because I'm from there. And, basically, he is your standard dwarf. He loves gold, loves ale, and loves to smash things.
Fantastic.
Can I ask Wolf how you're spelling Wolf?
WHARF.
As the show. And finally.
My name is Joseph. He, him, I guess.
Yep.
I'm playing a human sorcerer called James. I couldn't really think of anything.
No,
honestly.
that's fine.
Good.
And I haven't really thought of what voice to use yet, but I'll have thought of one by the first time he speaks.
There's zero accents are not a prerequisite.
No,
I know,
should
but
say.
I know, but it's always been a thing that, like, the thing I do when I'm with my usual session, I guess. So it's, if any of them are watching, they'd kill me if I didn't.
Cool. And I forgot. Flair uses she, her pronouns.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
Brilliant. Well, I look forward to meeting James when we meet him.
Yeah.
So, the sky up until this point has been a crimson, gloomy, cloud-filled, overcast, and everybody wakes up, or maybe they meet the dawn having not slept, to find that its tinge is more pink than before, and it feels like the air is lighter. The very eldritch evil that the cult was bringing with them in the form of their strange magic seems to have been driven away as they have. And we meet a group of 9 people, or 9 creatures, if you like. We had a philosophical debate about this earlier. Standing in the ruined council chamber of the castle, which overlooks Goldcrest on its hill. There are still cleaning up works to be done, but it's mostly been scrubbed of the detritus of the battle from before, although there is still a large hole in the side of the wall where yesterday Roberta the Bard managed to blow a massive hole in the wall with an explosive use of this magical ore, which the cult have been forcing them, the players that is, to mine. What that ore is about and what its purpose is probably the key to finding out the cult's motivations previously. These group of people, these 9 that we see, are the 4 people we have with us, along with Broldrin, a gruff-looking female dwarf, Elassie, a tall, headstrong elf ranger. We've got Simon, who is something of a lovable rogue of a fighter. We've got Nils, the aloof sorcerer, and we've got Gashik, and they are a lizard person, lizard man, lizard person that was broken out of the prison to help with the rebellion just last night. In exchange for helping with the rebellion, Gashik struck a deal to specifically have a seat at the table, as they put it, a say in what governance happened after the overthrow. And this is why I've called you all here. It's time for you to uphold your end of the bargain. I demand leadership.
Wait, what? I thought it was like a seat at the table rather than you being our entire leader.
Well, the table's got to be headed by somebody. I'm quite happy to take that role on.
I mean, I don't want to sound forceful or anything, but wouldn't you still be in like a prison or something if it wasn't for all of us?
Wrongly imprisoned.
But you would have still just been in a prison, so shouldn't you be kind of thankful to us?
Are you saying that had you taken the city, you wouldn't have set free all of the prisoners that the cult had put in the prison?
No, I feel like you're twisting my words. Does someone? I'm not good at talking. Does someone else want to?
Hey, listen, buddy. We could trap each other in verbal logic traps all day, but we're not gonna get anywhere fast. So let's get to brass tacks, shall we? Now, you could be at the head of the table, but that feels like a lot of work.
It's true. Whoever is going to be leading this, steps in Nils, the sorcerer. Whoever is going to be leading this small government will have a lot of work to do. There should be 3 people who are helping. I would say you will need someone to make executive decisions, you will need someone to be in charge of intelligence, and you will need someone to be in charge of the military.
Now.
You're quite a capable fighter. Why don't you take the military?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to get from A to B, just trying to get through the day. I'm not sure I'm ready for responsibilities. Oh, actually, while I'm here, and I pull out my cultist head, can anyone turn this into a goblet? I've been carrying this for 3 days, and I need someone to turn this into a goblet.
Can I get Constitution saving throws from everybody, please?
Yeah.
So roll your d20, and you should have the number.
Am I here?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
here. Yeah, absolutely.
8.
10. Yeah.
5.
It smells real bad. Everybody takes 3 steps back as Kidmat pulls out this gross head that he's been carrying around for 3 days.
Bloody hell.
Can we put the head away, please?
All right.
Thank you.
Sorry, Gary.
A lassie steps forward and goes, Do you know what, Fearbulk? I'll deal with that for you.
Ah, thanks.
I'll just...
That's real swell of you.
No, don't... I'll get it back to you.
Okay. Can I roll a perception?
Yeah, sure. She did not hide that.
Apparently I didn't notice that. Not with a 5.
You've turned away just as she pumps it out
Just
of
what
the
a
window.
nice person, and then just in the background.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I trust Simon.
But I think if you want someone to be head of intelligence, somebody who knows all of the nooks and crannies of places, Kashyyyk, that sounds like it's tailor-made for you, buddy.
Head of intelligence, you say? I could be convinced of that.
Okay, that's ominous. So
Seems lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, Flair leans over to James and is just like, do you trust him? He seems just overly suspicious.
Personally, between you and me, I think he knows a little bit more about beheading than being the head of something. If you catch my drift.
Yep, that sounds about right.
what are you talking about over there? It sounds like wordplay.
I just got here. I'm just catching up.
Okay, buddy. I love your energy.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Nils goes, well, I can see that this debate is going to rage for some time. I'm going to leave you to it.
Speaking of raging, is there any more cult activities we need to fix?
Who are you asking that?
Just
the
in
room
general to the room.
Sure. Well, Nils takes it upon himself, considering, he was the last one that spoke, and goes, there are bound to be pockets left in the city below that are not yet dealt with. There's damage to be done, to be fixed rather, and damage to be done elsewhere. The cult is not finished just because we drove them out of the city. They'll be back.
Did we get the leader in the assault?
No, you did not.
Yeah.
It is common knowledge that the leader of the cult, Lady Mizov, who wears this spiked plate armor and a skull-like helmet, escaped through a sort of magical portal. And in fact, the arch of ore that erupted the wall through which a wind is chilling you at the moment was what was powering that portal. And so there's no way of even following her through it.
Well, I mean, I only know bits and pieces about magic, like loot magic and stuff. But it seems like the cult have a lot of powerful magic, so maybe that's the kind of person we want to be leading.
Powerful
Are
magic.
you talking about me?
I was thinking maybe more the sorcerers.
Of which I have headed for 30-odd years.
Oh, sorry, sometimes, because my hair's so bright, it just, flickers and I can't quite see who I'm talking to.
Listen, I have no interest in ruling. But if it is what everybody requires of me, then I am the most experienced here. If you would prefer Simon to do it, then I would understand. Simon steps forward and he goes, well, 4 days ago I was in the stocks, wasn't I? Not exactly, I haven't had any experience leading.
And that's why you're the perfect candidate. Let me explain my logic. A man without power knows the value of it when he gets it.
You're saying I'd be more careful?
Yes.
Well, I think it should be up to you four. I think,
Me? I just got here.
were you not involved in the fight yesterday?
Yeah, but, speaking frankly and trying not to, proverbially beat myself up here too much, but I'm just more kind of, front line. I'm not really, the top brass ain't really my forte.
Recruit yourself if you will, but I had no experience but being involved in the combat yesterday either. Speaking of which, Broldrin, we haven't heard from you. Broldrin is there, wiping something off of her axe. Hey, well, I guess if you wanted me to lead something, it'd be the military, but that's all I'd be interested in.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Hear me out. Simon is the figurehead. Broldrin in the military. Nils handles the magic. Kashyyyk handles the espionage aspects.
Agreed?
What about Elassie? Doesn't that kind of leave her out?
It does kind of leave me out, doesn't it?
Sorry.
You got a problem with me?
I don't... Oh, now, come on now.
You've dropped yourself in this one, lad.
Is it because I punted your head?
You did what? Well, now I am a little bit ticked off, actually.
I thought you saw that. It was a bit I was doing for everyone.
Well, excuse me for trusting nice people.
It's a head. You can get more heads.
Which is why we need to go soon, and I want to fix this.
Indeed. At which point you hear... Can I get perception checks from everyone, actually?
Oh boy, hope this goes better than last time.
19.
19.
12.
12.
15.
15. 9. Okay.
Oh wait,
well,
9.
Bloody hell, I'm not-
9.
Come on,
Oh no, 10.
10. What's 10?
Don't forget your modifier.
-2.
No.
Oh, -1. So, at which point, James and Kidmat, you hear shouting and sounds of general alarm from down below you. As you run over to just check what's going on, out through the broken wall that's 70 feet below you, you can see one of the cult's horrendous creatures, this mangled, emaciated, skeletal form with these 6 arms running up its form, and it seems to have just popped out of a building, surprising people down below. You hear a shout of "Ah!" and you can see 3 or 4 commoners who are there. One of them luckily has got a hammer in their hand and they're ready to defend, but the other 3 have no way of dealing with themselves at all.
Elassie, I'm sorry that I left you
hell.
out. Sort this out amongst yourselves. I gotta go do something, and I just start charging towards it.
Okay, so like I say, it's 70 feet below you.
Yep.
There's a steep cliff there.
Yep.
Or you can run all the way out the castle and around and down the hill and to the spot.
70 feet?
70 feet. You could probably try and scramble down.
Yeah, but that's an acrobatics check.
Yes, it is.
Predictable.
James, what are you feeling?
I'm gonna go to the to the kind of edge, the kind of hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna go there and just kind of wait there.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm gonna try to get a couple of pot shots in, but I'm gonna wait until I see what everyone else does first before going for it.
I'm gonna take the dash action and start charging in a reasonably safe path.
Down the cliff.
Well, no. Is there like a rounding? Is there a path?
Reasonably safe.
No, so your 2 options are
Yeah.
you can go as the crow flies, which is down a cliff, or you can go back the other direction, out the front door of the council chamber, out the Barbican, all the way around the hill.
That doesn't sound like Kidmat style. Let's go down the cliff.
There we go, Chaz. Give the people what they want. Roll your acrobatics check.
Pointing at the WrestleMania set.
Question, is this the same hole that his head was booted out of?
Yes.
So does it just, for those of us who didn't hear anything, does it just look like he's going to save
After
it?
his head, yeah.
Okay.
I'm coming, Gary!
That's a good point.
For the record,
Modified
does he
20.
always do that?
Play for audience applause.
I've never
Would you
seen
like to
him.
describe to us how Kidmat makes it down this cliff somehow?
He makes it down in, I'm going to say, 7 bounds.
Oh, so just like,
Almost looks like he's frolicking.
just cliff running down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen him do that before, no.
Okay, can
I
I
don't
get
think I've ever seen anyone do that.
can I get initiative rolls from everybody?
Of course. And make sure to add your dex mod to it.
It'll be +2.
I got
James?
20.
20. Good. Flair?
16.
16. Kidmat? 5. And Wolf?
18.
18. Wolf, what's your dex score there?
This was 12. +1.
Oh dear.
That's not a good noise.
Jesus Christ.
Who's that? This is a fantasy session. Friend of yours?
Friend from back home.
Sounds like a nice guy. So James, it's actually your turn first. As you watch, you can see
I've
that.
met this thing. I'm going before this thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. As you watch, you can see that any second, literally, if you do not act now, any second, the Mangler is going to kill one of these commoners. It's about 90 feet away from you. I'm not going to do the trigonometry,
Okay.
but that's what it would be useful for.
How wide? How wide is this like hole in the wall? Like this way?
It's quite wide. You're talking about a 60 feet.
Okay,
Long. It's torn open. Like the
I'm gonna
wall.
go as far to one side of it as I can with my movement, and then lightning bolt the thing.
Lightning bolts.
At least I think I have lightning bolt here.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Lightning bolt.
Yeah, sure, go for it. So that's actually a dex save for me. While I roll this, would you like to describe to us how your lightning bolt appears to everyone else? It's a natural one.
What really?
Yeah.
Shutting you.
Picture like a kind of. Well, it'd be more like a literal lightning bolt. Like it's essentially like a needle, I guess, made out of lightning.
Oh,
instead
nice.
of being like Sith lightning or anything like that, it's just like a projectile, like an arrow almost.
Oh, that's
I guess.
cool. Yeah, nice.
Like a Zeus. There's a good idea.
So, yeah,
that kind of thing.
nice.
Slightly less jagged though.
So I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that's 8d6 damage, which is a lot of rolling. So let me see if we've got any more d6s.
There's. You've got 4.
I can just roll 4 twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Maths is important.
Yeah, we're making maths look fun.
20,
I've already made that joke.
26, 28, 31.
31 damage.
31. It's lightning, yeah?
Well,
I can, because I remember there
Would
being
it
one spell
headbutt the
that has
floor?
lightning in its name that's actually thunder damage, so I was just double checking it wasn't that one, because I don't play Sork ever, so I wasn't.
No. It's definitely lightning damage. So
Okay.
31 lightning damage as this needle of energy skates its way just over Kidmat's shoulder as he bangs down the cliff and strikes the eldritch monstrosity right in the side, tearing a hole in its flesh. There's this purple goop starts coming out.
Bullseye!
Nice. It's now the Mangler's turn.
Oh dear.
Surprising nobody, you've got its attention. However, you're 70 foot up a cliff, and Kidmat is not.
My condolences!
Hunched over, it was 5 feet tall, and it rears back, exposing its 6 arms down its middle, and just slashes at you with all of them.
Yeah, sounds about right.
What's your AC?
15.
So that's 1 hit. 2, 3. 4 hits total.
Okay, cool.
Ow.
and what is known as the Mangler.
For 32 damage.
Cool, that takes me to... Guys, don't worry, it takes me to a very healthy 7 hit. I'm making it out of this one. Don't worry.
So, yeah, its arms come across you and start ripping holes in your bovine flesh.
Oh boy, I need that. Scooping guts back in.
Oh, my God. 10, 30 chance. Worf, it's your turn. You see below your Firbolg friend getting torn apart by this Mangler, Starspawn Mangler.
I forgot to take Cultist Head out of my inventory. So.
There you go.
These commoners have no gold. So he's basically going to take the safe route round the side. Don't worry. Whoops. don't worry, Kid Matt John. Be down in a second, down in a more.
And Worf just starts jogging as fast as they can.
Short legs and that, you know.
Down through the Barbican, pushing aside one of the people like trying to rebuild the masonry. Like, Out of the way! As you go through.
And there I was thinking I'd seen everything.
Flair, it's your turn.
I think she's not that smart, so she's not going to do the sensible go around the side thing. She's going to head for the gap in the wall and look over and see exactly the kind of thing that nearly killed her, like yesterday.
That's true. Yesterday in a village out by a farmstead, this is the first time you fought one of these, and Flair got really badly damaged there. She went down.
Yeah. I think just trying to dash and acrobatically get down the side of the hill. She's really dumb, and her hair is flames, and she thinks, heat rises, so it'll be like safe or something. Like, that's how dumb she is.
The logic there. Roll your acrobatics check.
That is a natural one. That's the worst possible outcome there.
Oh my god.
So
It's not the mangler that's going to kill me. It's me.
You're essentially doing Homer Simpson down Springfield Gorge.
yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You turn to James and just go, heat rises, I'll be fine, right? And you jump as James goes, that's not how that works. And you stub your toe on the first step out of the thing.
Can I go on record as having said that's the exact opposite of how that works?
Oh dear.
Ow! 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 just
God, sounds like somebody's fallen.
Bouncing down. How much health have you got?
Look, if this is how I die, then I have to just take responsibility for that decision.
Bouncing down the cliffside, scraping yourself on rock, and as you go, you take 29 hit points of bludgeoning damage.
It's fine, guys. It's fine, guys.
From the canonically, I said it was 70 feet of cliff.
Yep.
So
4 is my lucky number, so that's great.
This route looks pretty safe, to be honest. Having a lovely time.
Meanwhile,
Kidnap, that brings us to you.
oh, finally.
Oh, actually, what's your dex score?
My dex score is 12.
Okay, yeah, it brings us to you. I just needed to check that the commoners weren't quicker than that.
Now I'm mad. Great sword is out. Let's go for. Oh, by the way, is this thing a fiend?
No, it is not.
Okay, just checking.
It is an aberration, if that helps.
Good to know. In that case,
Getting technical.
great sword. Let's go for divine smite. Let's see how that works out for us.
Okay. You want to describe that for us?
Okay, so I pull out the great sword. My lovely little bovine ears start to glow a little bit, and I exhale through my nose a gold dust that just imbues itself into the sword.
Nice.
And great sword. Here we go.
Bring in
Natural one. Good.
So how does that fail? Roll a dex saving throw, actually.
That is 19.
Okay, you don't drop your sword.
Great.
But you go swinging over the mangler, and it just somehow, almost like it happens so quickly, you could swear it displaces itself and it phases to the side.
All right. That didn't work. Might as well try it again. Let's go. Let's do the same thing. Divine smite. Can I add thunderous onto the top
You
of
can
that?
add a thunderous smite onto this one, yeah. How does
Excellent.
that change the aesthetic?
Yes. It does change the aesthetic where the sword looks like it's loosely vibrating in my hand.
Sure.
And not because I'm, spilling my guts out. Okay. That's a bit better. Will a 21 hit?
It's somehow, yes. A 21 manages to connect.
Let's do the damage. Here we go. Reroll 2.
Don't throw things at me.
Okay, so that is 13 slashing damage. Now the
Okay.
thunder damage. That's 4 thunder damage, and the divine, or the radiant damage.
And I need a strength saving.
That is 10 radiant damage on top of that.
Okay. So, was anyone counting? That was 13, 4, and 10, yes? So 27.
Nice.
Nice, good job.
Wow.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to be like, I like my guts where they are. Bye-bye, and I turn invisible.
Which he can do.
And then I use my movement to move around it slightly.
But there is something you haven't quite. That's not all that you do, because I actually rolled a 4 on my strength saving throw there, meaning that as your greatsword connects with the mangler, there's a crack of thunder and it is blown to the side and lands on the floor, somewhat mangled itself. It's starting to bleed quite heavily out of its side. Bye. It does not look good. It looks pretty rough. At which point, that one brave commoner with the hammer is going to scoop up all of his family and shove them inside a house and barricade the door behind him.
Quick, into this fragile wooden house. We'll be safe here.
Well, slightly safer than out in the open.
Well, you're really coming for them psychologically, aren't you? James, your turn.
Okay. How far away is it from me now? Like you said, it was like the equivalent of 90 feet away. How far away is it now?
Skirting 100 because of Kidmat's thunderous smite. It's been blown a little further away.
Okay.
Down the cliffside, you can still see.
If I could go my 30 feet of movement down the cliff, would I come like because of the way the like angle works? Would I at any point come within 60 feet of it?
Yes. Why not?
Okay, excellent. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop 30 feet of distance down the cliff, and I'm going to shatter it.
Okay. So I need an acrobatics check.
Oh,
from you
right.
for that.
Here we go. Come on.
He is a storm sorcerer as well,
Oh, he
he
is,
gets
yeah.
like 10 feet of
But-
movement with the wind.
But he gets that once he's cast his spell.
Okay.
So he's out of range of his spell at the moment. So he'd need to do the regular.
I might just use that to go 10 feet back up, honestly.
No, you're-
Stay alright. Let's hold on.
6. Okay. No, you do. You decide to try and follow Flair's heroic lead, but you manage to go the exact same way that she did. Stopping yourself, you somehow only manage to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. As you
So far, the most dangerous enemy we've encountered in this campaign is this cliff.
tends to be the way of things.
Because
Not
of the
for
difference
me.
in HP, if I'd have taken exactly the same attack she did, I'd have died.
I know, but you only wanted to go 30 feet, so you managed to catch yourself. Roll another acrobatics check for me and just see whether you'll be able to restore your...
That's another 6.
Another 6. You manage. You have a choice.
Okay.
You can either continue to fall and take more damage, or you and cast your spell, or you can catch yourself and not cast your spell.
Chance it.
You'll chance it.
Yeah.
Okay. Having just said what you said, you were.
I'm all for the chance.
The audience is a fan as well. So I guess I'll roll my Constitution saving throw then. Yeah?
Yeah. So am I like casting this in midair then?
Yes.
Amazing.
As a storm sorcerer, you are casting this in midair, and in fact,
I'm casting a thunder spell in
I've
midair
just
as well.
realised. Yeah, I've just realised you're casting a thunder spell in midair, and you could actually. Well, we'll come to that in a second. I've passed my saving throw, so that's 3d8 damage, but I take half of that.
Oh no, that's
Here's one of them.
Oh, those
no,
are
I'm-
D6s. Yeah, roll these numbers.
I'm just invisible trying to scoop things up. They're also invisible.
I'm having a lovely
9.
Has anybody seen a spleen?
9. Yeah.
Okay.
That's over like all 3 of them.
Does this thing have a head?
Great roll.
Oh, and because we were talking about like how the spells are casted, shatters casted like this.
So you snap.
Yeah, and then just
You also have the option as a storm sorcerer to activate 10 feet of flying movement, and you're falling down a cliff.
so can I just move 10 feet backwards and land back on the cliff?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do
I'm
that
going
then.
to say that. So you cast the shatter, and this. Well, would you like to describe to you how this happens? Winds and
Well, the movement, you mean?
yes.
Oh, so it's like this, and then it just kind of, I guess, just kind of comes up like this way from under me and just like land back on the cliff.
Yeah, it looks badass. It really does. And as you click, there's a eruption of down on the ground, but you didn't quite hit the mark, and the mangler is still. That could have ended the mangler, but it's still very much alive. And it only has one target. because Kidmat is invisible.
Yep.
The commoners have gone into a hut.
Yep.
You're lying there on the floor, like we left you.
Yep.
It staggers itself, pushes itself up with its 6 arms,
Oh no.
That's not falling out of the window.
There we
and
go.
bounds the 20 feet over to you. Luckily for you, it did not recharge its Flurry of Claws ability, but it does still get 2 attacks. Both of which hit for 16 damage.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm unconscious.
So-
I think she just kind of, she has that whole falling down the cliff of like, ow, 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 ow. Oh, I think, okay, it's over. Oh! And then just...
As the mangler rears over you, you're getting a bit of deja vu there as well. It's
yeah, this
Flair's
feels
not having fun. Is she?
painfully familiar.
As the claws come down across Flair's chest.
Oh no, now I'm mad.
Well, there you are. Why don't you express that madness? Well, no, technically.
Wait, first of all,
technically,
a dwarf is
dwarf.
walking down the path. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, true.
Something completely
Oh, is that a daffodil? I do like daffodils.
Oh, is that fresh bread? Yeah.
The smell of fresh bread really gets me in the mood to kill an apparition.
Sorry I'm late, I stopped off at the shark.
Come in, guys! And he continues to saunter down the cliff.
At full speed. A full speed saunter.
A full trundle.
Trundle, great. Flair, it's actually your turn, so
So I've got to make a
death saving throw.
second time this game so
If
far.
Flair fails 3 of these in a row, she...
Not 20! I win on 2 of them!
However, if she rolls a natural 20, she regains 1 hit point and awakens, and is no longer at death's door. She awakens to see the mangler.
Oh, this is just too much all at once!
Just a very confused looking mangler.
I can't tell if you're confused or not. I think you are, but your face.
Kidmat, it's your turn.
Okay, oh boy, here I go, killing again. So let's do my final Divine Smite.
Yeah, just because you know you're only here for the hour, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Just burning all my points, baby. Will a 25 hit?
No. Yes. Possible. Yeah. 25 cross, 25 hits.
That's a shame. That is 10 slashing and... Ooh, that's good. And 9 radiant damage on the first hit.
Okay. You're gonna kill it. Would you like to, considering you started this round invisible, would you like to describe to us how you finish off?
As this
thing?
confused looking mangler is leaning over Flair, suddenly there's just this sound, and then just a little bit starts to radiate from the neck, and then it just pops off like a champagne cork, and just before it hits the ground, it stops 7 feet above the air, and Kid Matt turns visible, holding the head, looking at it because he's found a new chalice.
If you ever drink from that, I'm going to give you so many repercussions. Okay, fantastic.
Oh boy, you okay down there?
Was that me that just did that, or was it
Sure, you did a great job. We couldn't have done it without you. You landed the killing blow.
That's
If I hadn't had a bird's eye
want me to
view,
roll
I wouldn't have
deception?
believed a single thing.
Yeah, can you
What just
roll-
went down?
Can you roll a deception check?
My inside's not great.
22. Great job, buddy.
Just in case I roll a nat 20. I was really worried because I did so badly the other day, but...
You were an integral part of this fight, and we value your presence.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, buddy, do you want to come over here? And can I reach over and just cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level?
Sure, your hand starts to glow. That's 2d8 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay.
As you heal her wounds and start knitting her flesh back together.
You heal 8.
I heal for 8. She said, thank you. Yeah, that reminds me. And she just does it to herself. for 11.
Much better.
Oh, I should have healed myself. Ah, well, I got a chalice now.
I guess add it to your inventory, like...
Mangler head.
Oh, no.
Head o' mangler.
At this stage, Broldrin, Ilassi, Simon, Nils, and Gashik, and Worf
Wolf with a basket of artisan meats and cheeses.
come cresting around the side of the hill.
Tell you what, the charcuterie on this cliff is bloody excellent.
And you just, I'm still just like sliced up, aren't I?
What did I miss then?
Yeah, so you see, he's pretty badly wounded. Is Kidmat. James, are you joining the party? Or are you gonna stay up there and?
I'll jump down.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'm using a lot of blood here.
Actually, I kind of regret using that choice of words. I'll now that there's no haste required, I'll just kind of come down the cliff carefully.
Come down the hill. Okay, cool.
I'll jump like the last 5 feet though, because it makes my rope go. And I've unintentionally been acting badass this whole like fight thing, so I'm just gonna stick to it.
Yeah, no worries. So eventually you rejoin the situation. Broldrin, who was absolutely raging for a fight, goes, I can't believe I missed it.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, Ilassi, all is forgiven. I got a new chalice.
Oh, joy. Wonderful.
Oh, actually, will you excuse me for a second? I seem to be losing a profound amount of blood.
I'm so sorry, and I do cure wounds to you. For 2d8. For 5. Enjoy that, buddy.
Oh boy, thank you very much.
It seems like these creatures are still spread out around the city. Yeah.
Well, it's nothing a little stormy weather can't handle.
Hey, there we go.
Don't worry, we're on the case. I might need to take a nap, though.
Where are the commoners that we saved?
In there.
They're over in that house.
And Ilassi comes over and knocks on the door and goes, It's safe to come out now. We've killed it.
Well, Flair killed it, technically.
Flair killed it.
Yeah. Just like we're still quite tired and a bit messed up.
Nice job, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm not in it for the glory. I'm in it for the violence.
Deception check.
I mean, yeah, this should actually be.
It's gonna break her heart if she finds out you guys have been lying. I'm gonna roll insight just in case.
Oh dear.
12.
Yeah, so he says nice job to you, but it feels insincere.
Hey, I think killing a mangler is a pretty good job, actually. I don't know why you have such disrespect for me.
Yeah, James, what's your problem?
Everybody calm down and have some lovely bread and meat with me. Come on.
Actually, that sounds great, thank you.
Why don't you come out? We've got breakfast.
I mean, I ain't got no reason
I'm a
to
little
say
bit
no.
worried.
Shall I,
I'm just gonna open the door.
It's barred.
Is there a window?
I mean, the shutters are battened. While the fight was going on, that man went around and absolutely locked this house down.
With the hammer.
Well, no. With the locks that were built into the house.
Can I go near to the thing and can I cast Detect Thoughts and try to at least like hear what they might be thinking?
Can you do that through walls, or is it a visual thing?
Detect Thoughts.
Because I have a feeling
Turning
you have to be able to
pages.
see the person.
It's really dramatic.
Sorry,
Do you need that
Naomi.
for message?
Yes, you need that for message.
okay.
Yeah.
On any creature you can see within 30 feet of
Yeah,
you.
so you'd need to be able to get visual on them.
Damn.
I thought so. I just wanted to check.
No,
Sorry.
that's fair. Just stand by it, just going, hello?
Perception check.
That is
Ilassi.
13.
13, okay. Ilassi, meanwhile, has walked over to Worf and is making herself a ham sandwich, essentially.
These are lovely. From Tavern Up Road, don't worry. We'll be back on the way back from
Are any
home.
of those meats beef?
It's all corn, pal. It's all corn. It's a new corn
Insight.
charcuterie.
Deception check from Worf, please. This is a lot of lying to each other you guys are doing.
You better be
19.
careful, or there'll be enough pieces of it to be a whole nine hells.
As he says it's all corn, he tries to stealthily move a loaf in the waves.
5. All right, Paul. Would you like some artisan breads?
I'm mad at you.
Come, lad. I'll buy you a drink.
Now
It'll all
listen,
be
we
fine.
don't want a mad cow.
Oh.
Right.
Whackity schmackity do.
Can we
That
come
was
back?
distasteful. Come on.
I actually find that offensive.
As I'm eating his grandparents.
Can we come back to Flair's perception check? You do actually hear muffled voices. It feels like there's an argument going on in sound. You can hear people in distress, but you can't make out the words with only a 13.
Guys, something's happening in there. They don't sound very happy.
Hey guys, the danger's clear. Are you guys in trouble? Say you're not in trouble or I'm gonna break down the door.
Get away! We're fine!
Oh, I've just thought of one thing.
Can I insight his voice?
Yeah.
Flair was
Yeah.
putting her ear to try and listen in, and her head is on fire. And they're in a wooden I just wanted to make sure.
Leo, my darling GM,
Yes.
modified 20.
And the crowd goes mild.
It's not quite enough to set it alight.
Good.
I mean, it does burnish it a little.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
I mean,
Yeah,
if push comes
it's-
to shove, I can just ray frost and cool it back down again. I don't know if that'll work, but
Sure it will. I'm sure it will. No consequences.
I mean, I know
That
water
was
would
an
have worked.
insight check.
Ice might.
Yeah.
It's worth a go.
The guy sounds incredibly distressed. Some might even say unhinged.
Much like his door's about to be in a second if this guy's got anything to say
There we
about
go.
it.
Don't worry, buddy, I'm coming in to heal you.
No! Stay back! Stay back!
Here's Kidman.
Roll a perception
I must
check
protest.
as you're taking out the door.
Yes,
you're-
he is always like this.
with a sword, by the way, which is not the best of implements for taking down
Well,
walls.
fine, I'll barge it.
Okay, well, we'll roll a strength check first then.
Strength check. 17.
17? Thank you. 17, you put your shoulder into the door and it cracks slightly and you you can see that you've cracked the bar that he's put across the door, but it's still holding slightly. One more of those will definitely
Yeah.
get through, but as you do that, roll a perception check.
7.
You just hear a sort of muffled female cry from inside.
Ah, geez, that's somebody in distress. I'm coming. What's scaring you?
You are! Roll another strength check.
Can I roll with advantage because I've got one size larger?
No.
12.
12. I mean, the beam was already cracked, so it does splinter, and with just another wrench after that, you are able to push open the door. It's an empty room inside. There are stairs, and you can hear that the kerfuffle has moved upstairs. There's footsteps above you now.
Well, that was
Hey
a
guys,
neat
don't worry.
disappearing
I'm with the rebellion. I'm a good guy. I'm coming up the stairs. I'm just trying to heal people and see what's going on. Do not be alarmed. I'm a large cow person.
Roll another perception check.
Should we go follow him?
Natural 20.
Let's
Natural
just make sure
20,
he
yeah.
doesn't do what he just did to the door to, the stairs or anything.
That's a good thought.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
I follow along.
Sorry. So as your bovine ears prick up, you can hear, it's fine. They'd be better off elsewhere than in this world. And that is where we're going to have to leave.
I have to go now.
That's where we're going to have to end this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thank you very much. So, thank you very much for joining us. Please do spread the word about the show on Facebook, on Twitter, on your Instagram, face-to-face, if people still do that. We're on Twitter at Adventurers250, where we are actually live tweeting the entire event. So if you can't come back later, then you can keep up on Twitter, or we've been live streaming on Twitch. Hello, Twitch stream. Everywhere except for Twitter, we're at Adventurers Wanted. You can obviously come back and rejoin us. We're here for another 75, or is that right? 75 hours? There's another 75 hours to go, but you will have to refresh your tickets at the Sweet Box office. You can also, of course, buy tickets to come and play with us, as these fine gentlemen have up here. So feel free to inquire about that at the box office as well. And if you're umming and ahhing about it, and maybe you've never played before, please do give it a go. We sometimes do look like your stereotypical D&D players, but we're trying to bring the hobby to as many people and as wide an audience as possible. So you can also support us on Patreon. If you're watching out there on Twitch, there is a donate button on our website. We do free play events in London to, like I say, bring the hobby to new people, and we do monthly events in London as well. The very final thing is thank you very much to our players. I'm just going to throw over to our players now. If you have anything you'd like to plug, maybe you're in a show elsewhere, or if you're not, maybe you've seen something that you think you want to spread the word about, then here's your opportunity to do us a quick line about that.
Nothing particular, but I just think thanks for having me around. It was great fun to do, and it was really enjoyable. So if you're new to the hobby, as I am, come and sign up for a player ticket anyway, because it was great fun, and you don't even have to roll many dice if you just want to saunter down a cliff.
Go to a charcuterie.
Cheers, I'll give you the $5 later.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to be imagining in every fight from now on your character just walking somewhere towards it.
Chaz.
So I'm involved in a bunch of stuff here at the Fringe. There are two things that I want to plug today. I'm in a play, which is the thing I'm running off to do. It's at 25 past midday every day. It's called Courtroom Play, a courtroom play. It's a very silly, sweet play. The best way to describe it is it's like Legally Blonde meets Hot Fuzz. It's the sort of style of courtroom play. The other thing is I'm in a sketch comedy double act. We're called Dirty White Boys. Our show this year is called Manners. It's just a very silly hour of sketches. That's on at 10 past 10, just the tonic at the Caves. It's a pay what you want show as well, so it's free to get in. That is 16 plus though, because we do swear a little bit. And Courtroom Plays on in Pleasance Dome. I should have mentioned that. So please come along.
Cool. Chloe?
I'm not working on anything else at the Fringe, but trying to think of... there's a really silly show in Sweet Venues that's like an awesome kind of family show called Dr. James's, I want to say, Bad Schemes.
Yeah, that's correct.
And there's kind of also going to be one during the month, which is like an adult version, which is the plot of Beauty and the Beast and the plot of Fight Club brought together. Music of Beauty and the Beast, plot of Fight Club, Beast Club, and those are both really good shows.
I don't have anything I'm in, but would I be allowed to say hi to the group that I'm in usually?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Just quick shout outs to the guild. you know who you are, and I'll see you guys sometime next week, I imagine.
Fantastic. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you to Tommy.
Oh yeah,
thank you very much, Tommy, for our BSL interpreter. I forgot again. Thank you, Chaz. Sorry, man. We do have a quick 10-minute turnaround, so if you do want to join us, please do come back in a minute.